I'm Psycho. Uh, Welcome back to the Nemesis Gaming League, where the grind continues. I am Puggles, I think, joined by my good friend, Fishy. How's it going today, Fishy?
I'm doing great. I can't wait for this novice matchup here. After some well, let's just gloss over that last series. How about
Yeah,
that?
yeah, I agree. I think the last series can be looked over very quickly. And I think that we can just move on to this next one because it is looking like an absolute matchup of the century. We got Acceleration Gorgons. Fishy, tell me about these teams.
So these teams both 5-5 right now, sitting in those play-in spots. But Gorgons also has something to play for. They could still win their division, only a game behind Frost. And Acceleration looking to hold on in those play-in spots. Of course, being in a division with Whelps, there's not much they can do in that front.
Yeah, absolutely. Whelps with the absolute beast of Jeff Masters. I remember watching him in the one of the off-season tournaments, and when I heard that he was going to be a novice, I just threw my hands up and I said, "Well, his team's pretty much a shoo-in for the end of the season or for playoffs." And it looks like today Frost has already won their game, so this for Acceleration, no, Gorgons, is very important for them to keep up in that race.
Yeah, it really is a must-win for them, as it looks like we're waiting for the teams to show up here, but Puggles, I know you can tell us a little bit about Acceleration, having seen Arosa here on Saturday.
Yeah, yeah, seeing Arosa here, and after I butchered his name, he decided to be nice and not flame me, which is pretty cool. But yeah, I would like to say my bad for pronouncing it on me. But yes, Arosa, he filled in for Velocity on Saturday, and they looked absolutely amazing with him in there. He played way above the novice like standard that I have, and I am really excited to see how these two pretty in the middle as of right now teams face against each other.
Yeah, this is really their time to pull away, and we'll see at the end of the day who goes up and who goes down in this one.
Yeah, absolutely. And I don't know if we got into the rosters here, Fishy. Do you have the rosters by chance up with
Of
you?
course I do, Puggles.
Oh my gosh, you have everything.
So for Acceleration, of course we have Arosa, and we got Fushiguro and One Pop Shop 88 on their team. They're really looking to make a big splash in the Novice League. And on Gorgon's side, we got C Ben, Dones Julio, SSPOHC, and Cool
It's chops.
Socks.
It's chops
Shops.
backwards.
Okay, okay. I thought you would figure it out for me, so I just spelled it out for you.
Thanks, thanks. I remember casting one of them and I pronounced it wrong again. So yeah, he told me it was just chops or someone did.
Maybe
Well,
you
it
should
looks
flip it
like
back around.
Sophic? Maybe, but it looks like we got everyone in here, and I want to hear your prediction. Who do you have winning this series, Fishy?
I just can't bet against Arosa after I saw on Saturday. Well, never mind. It looks like he's not even here. I'm gonna take Gorgons on this one. I'm flipping it around. I'll take Gorgons in 5 today.
Taking Gorgons because Arosa is not here. Interesting. Well, like we said, the active rosters that we have today is Acceleration in the red. We got Radiant, One Pop Shop, an amazing name, and Fushiguro, I think is how you pronounce that. And our Gorgons, we got Seaben, Julio, and Chops. So in the green, an absolute classic. And it looks like it's gonna go in early here for Gorgons after a bit of a weird side the wall here.
Yeah, those are just a bit unfortunate on the wall there when it bounces off the corner and in. There's not much you can do in that, especially when he was getting demo chased by Dones Julio. Really hopeless for Acceleration, but let's see if they can bounce back now.
Yes, and those first goals in these lower leagues always so important. As Chops, he's gonna make a big save there and a bit of a double commit to get it out of their half. As Chops, he's racing up the wall, sends it mid for his team, both of them up. None of them able to connect as Foosh is just so fast, and Rodent over to the middle, one pop shop there, gets it behind Chops. A great pass and an even better shot.
Immediate pressure coming back from Acceleration, and what a pass from Royan up to One Pop Shop. You don't see those a lot in the Novice League. And even the placement was on point. They really stepped it up after giving up an early goal.
Yeah, absolutely. And now we look to Gorgons. They got that first goal here very, very early, but now they see it already tied. As Chops sending it back to his teammate C-Ben, who gets a little caught up there with the post as one pop shot gonna clean it up into the corner. Try and set his teammates up as Chops, it's off the ceiling, and Julio sends it downfield into the red corner. Royant, I think is how you said that. One more time. I need to hear it.
Royant?
Royant, thank you.
That. It's
I
easier.
like that. Royant trying to get it out, but Steven able to cut it down as it gets sent into the corner. One pop shot trying to beat Chops, not able to get there. As Royant gonna send it up the wall. Gonna get shut down there by Julio. As Steven makes a beautiful double touch off the wall, trying to send it mid, but it gets stopped by the acceleration defense. And now we have a minute since our last goal here, Fishy, and it seems to be slowing down. Why do you think that? Why is it?
Well, from the acceleration side, it might be slowing down because I have some intel. Royant's actually an FA sub, so I don't think they have played with him before. Maybe just trying to figure it out together. Of course, Fushiguro and One Pop Shop got the first goal with their duo connection themselves. Let's see if they can figure it out the rest of the series with a FA sub.
We saw what subs could do on Saturday with the Velocity game, and you know, we were really impressed by both of them. But now we got an FA sub, so a little bit of a better hope here for this acceleration team, as we're just having a battle of the midfields. A huge pass there from C-Ben over to Chops, not able to capitalize on it, but Julio there sending it on target, but the acceleration defense able to hold up. As Royant watching it go in his corner, one pop shot gets it by all of them. Julio needs to get back. He does, not getting dunked. He avoids the dunk by one pop shot as he looks for the breakout pass. Unfortunately, backflips. Huge off the backboard touch. Nobody from the red team available to pick it up as the guy in the mid was getting bumped. Now Royant in the corner working it around a little bit. Slows it down a little bit as Julio is there. C-Ben up, gets beat out by one of the offensemen. Ooh, a close shot there from one pop shot. Not able to put it on target as Chops goes up the sidewall, pinches out mid to Julio. Julio almost to get it on target, but sends it in the corner. Try and work it around C-Ben, missing the ball there along with the acceleration player. Chops throws it up. Julio, beautiful shot. Even better save from Royant. Man, that's a tough name to say. But now, a minute and a half remaining. What are you seeing here, Fishy?
I gotta tell you, I'm loving both of the playstyles from these teams. I'm already seeing way more passes than I'm used to in Novice League, and even Prospect League for that matter, which is a great sight to see. Yeah, no offense to you there, Puggles, but
Okay.
It's really just been a couple of mechanical issues that have been falling short for them, not allowing those goals to be scored because they might backflip every now and then. But if they clean those up, I'm sure they'll do great.
Yeah, absolutely. Those backflips, we've seen a few of them. Not many double commits too, especially from this acceleration roster with that free agent sub. That's not helping me. Okay, anyways. 2 double commits back to back out from Gorgons as they seem to be caught up a little bit, but Chops able to put it back into his corner. Sends it mid, C-Ben up. Not able to connect as one pop shot there. Rowan sends it mid, Chops bumped, not on target. Fushiguro working the corner, sends it out mid for Royant, and he gets it. It goes off 2 defenders and in. A late lead here.
That was a great play from Acceleration. I thought they had the one before that where they had the guy going for the bump on the net, and I think Royant, he turned around as soon as he got that bump to keep that ball in and managed to 50 it through both defenders. Just pushing everything to get a goal here with 30 seconds left.
And now we look to Gorgons to try and settle it, try and bring themselves back. They have not scored since the first 15 seconds of this game. And a big miss, not going to go in, could be dangerous. As Julio, he needs to get it out now. Gets it past Royant. One pop shot, last one back. He's going to boom it back on target. Royant just going to push it into the corner. And now we got to see if these novices can keep the ball up all the way down to the red half. No! And the first game goes to Acceleration.
And like you said, great bounce back from acceleration. Giving up the early goal can often be a death sentence for teams, but they just slowly kept the pressure going and brought it back and didn't even give up a single shot from the first 15 seconds. Gorgons left with one shot for the entire game.
And that's some great offensive and midfield control there from acceleration. And man, just an amazing showing from them so far. As you know, Fushishiro is the sub-in, am I right?
It's Royan. Royan's the sub.
Royan's the sub-in? No!
Okay, he doesn't look like it.
He really doesn't.
Sure
Wow, he's really been getting those passes and those shots off, assisting one goal and getting the other. You know, absolute beast on the offensive side, and we haven't even need to see him on the defense yet. And if you go to Gorgons, they got to get out of their own half. They scored that first goal in the first 15 seconds, and nothing else there, Fishy.
Yeah, they've shown a couple of flashes. I think we saw Donis Julio do it like a double tap or something in the opponent's half, which those mechanics can't do too much if you don't have any pressure on the opponent's half. So I'd like to see the Gorgons players rotate in behind each other, try and follow up on their touches, and we'll see what happens then.
Yeah, and it looks like we're gonna pause it a little bit here as you guys get a little bit more of a look at me. You're welcome. And yeah, just acceleration. They did great. What? Okay, I'm talking to Squirrel, our man behind the stream. Squirrel, tell me what's good. Uh-huh. Okay. Okay. So, listening from my very important backhand. Squirrel, please correct me if I get anything wrong. But basically what I'm hearing is acceleration did not say that they're going to play with Royant this game. So they need to go to support and put in that Royant is filling in for blank in today's match. So unfortunately, they don't win game 1. But if they do that in the next 2, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, I don't know how long, then we can continue the series. So hopefully we get that figured out here, Fishy. But until then, what does Gorgons need to change after they get that first game?
Ooh. Well, they do get a long break here to try and figure everything out. I really think they just need to clean up a bit of their rotations. On defense, they've looked great. They've just given up a couple of good plays to acceleration where they couldn't do too much. But it's just rotating into that offensive half. If they can work together, string a couple passes together like we saw in the opening 15 seconds, they can do that for a whole game. I think they could take acceleration. I guess Gorgons get a second game win, because I believe they do get a forfeit win for that first game.
Yeah, they do.
Right? Okay.
Yep, you're right. So, yeah, Gorgons, they, I guess, happened to get this first game due to a bit of an oversight by some of the accelerations, captains, GMs, AGMs, whatever, few people. And it looks like we got it in now. So I believe we can get back to the game now.
Yeah, we gotta wait for the man behind the scenes to give the all clear, but
yeah.
Oh, and he just did. Okay, we're already here.
I was watching it. I was making sure. All right. So after that, a bit of a break. Just to recap, Gorgons get game 1 because Acceleration did not report it that they were playing with a sub, Royant. So after that, we need to see Acceleration get this game, or else they're going to be down 2-0. And what do you think they need to continue doing to get this their first game?
Well, Acceleration really just need to pick up where they left off at the end of that game. We saw the huge team play coming in where all 3 players committed to going for a goal to try and win the game in the last 30 seconds. And although it technically doesn't matter with the game lost now, if they can continue doing that, like, one pop shot, almost getting a double, I think they'll look great the rest of this series.
I could not agree more, as the ball is going to get sent out into the middle. Fortunately, no Acceleration player available to get it, but if Fushigio gets it off the post, Royant is there, and he's going to slot it bottom left, like you said, picking up where they left off with an early goal here within the first minute.
What a play from Fushiguro with that flick. A lot of times you see players try and hit it on net where it will just get saved by the defender and go to the corner. But he knew that if he beat him, Royant would be there to back it up and slot it into the open net.
Absolutely, and Royant doing so well to fill in that free agent sub spot is now one pop shop. Gonna try and challenge Chops, not able to do it. C-Ben there, not able to get the touch. As Fushiguro low boost in the net. It's an open net for Chops, and Chops, he's gonna tie this game up pretty quickly.
And that's the first time we've seen Gorgons capitalize on an acceleration double commit. You saw, I think it was Royant and Fushiguro in the midfield, both going up for a high aerial and both getting beat, which really just left their net wide open. And that's just acceleration playing themselves out of the goal lead that they did have.
Yeah, and now Royant trying to make up for it, not able to put it on target, just a bit over the net as C-Ben, he's going to be the first one here. Throws it down to Fushiguro, who's going to pop it up and follow it. Julio doesn't want anything of it. As it rolls up the back wall, Chops is there to throw it into the corner. One pop shop, not able to make connection as Chops gets it by another one. He's going to try and send it mid. A beautiful pass mid, but one pop shop. A clutch demo on the way back on the midfield guy. As Royant trying to set up his teammates. Sending it mid, not able to do it as Fushiguro throws it to one pop shop, who tries to get it back to him, a little give and go. Fortunately, it's not going to work as C-Ben bumps his teammate off. Royant up trying to look for the double tap, not able to get it. Julio, another demo from him as he throws it mid for Chops. Chops in the air, gets two to bite. None of them make good contact as Royant, it's a huge bang downfield and Julio needs to hurry back. And Fishy, in this tied game, we're seeing a lot of pressure from both teams, but who do you think has more of the pressure?
Oh! Well, right now I'd definitely say acceleration, but it looks like Gorgons, they've really strung themselves back together well in this one. We saw them capitalize on a double commit from acceleration, and they've just been throwing all the clears back down into this, like, red half. I think they've done great to soak up this pressure early in this game and turn it into some of their own.
Yeah, absolutely. And a great standout performance from Chops as well, who's been leading those charges. As C-Ben going to throw it over to Julio. Julio popping it up for C-Ben, who's going to try and take it. Excuse me. Woo, sorry. And Royant going to make a big save and follow his touch all the way down to the green half. Gets a big dunk into the corner. An unfortunate 50 there, but it's going to go all the way back. Fushiguro trying to 50 C-Ben. Neither of them connect with it. It's Fushiguro sending it out to Royant. Oh my gosh. It's Fushiguro. Royant, thank you. It's a hard name. Chops sends it up. He's looking for the double tap. He's going to hit it. Just a bit off. As C-Ben, they're trying to clean it up, but Royant able to save it away. Chops sending it mid for his teammates, and Julio respawns. So they try to break out into this red half. C-Ben looking for Chops. Chops sending it mid. No, a shot on net. It's going to go by Fushiguro. And C-Ben able to pick it up and score.
What a touch from Chops. You see Fushiguro, I don't know if he even saw him, just left completely stranded in the net. And C-Ben was there to pick it up. And it looks like Gorgons, the pressure that they had early in this game, it's paying off.
Sure is paying off as now they get their second lead of the series. They had the one at the beginning of the first game. It's Fushiguro. A big demo onto C-Ben. Royant throwing it up the back wall. Chops able to collect. Throwing it out mid. A little dangerous, but nobody from acceleration wants to go. As Royant's going to cut off Julio. Fushiguro going to kill C-Ben. Julio sending it out mid. One pop shop. Able to pop it up. Royant a little bit of a side flip, but he's going to stick with it. It's still dangerous in front of this green net. And Julio able to get it by all the way down the field on his own. As Royant pops it up. C-Ben there. Gets caught down by Fushiguro. Big stop. One pop shop. Gets a 50. Fushiguro taking it down. Cleaning up for his teammate. Again, another big touch into the corner. And a 50 that finally doesn't go his way. And two that goes for Julio's way as he tries to go the opposite direction. 20 seconds remaining. One pop shop sending it up mid. Chops is there. Can't get the shot on target, and none of his teammates available in the midfield. Fushiguro not able to get it out, but Royant is, and he gets to buy another, and that's gonna tie this game up. A huge comeback in the last few seconds.
And what a solo play from Royan out of his own defensive half, beating all 3 defenders along the way. Oh, I don't know, that was a bit of a ghost touch from Chops on the line. I thought he had it, but it snuck its way across the line to tie it up.
A bit of a ghost touch, but now they can still win this in regulation. Fushiguro there, but Chops off the backboard. Seaben's gonna beat the offenseman there. Roy keeping it up. One pop shop also keeping it up. Seaben, he's had enough. He's gonna put it back down. And now we go to overtime. Fishy, who do you think is gonna take this overtime?
Now, I'm seeing a lot of demos coming out from Acceleration, and you know how much I love demos. So I think I'll give them the edge in the overtime here, because they can be such a great tool if you just need one goal to just take out the last defender and just shove it into the net, power it through. It may not be the most clean way of playing, but I love to see it from Acceleration.
Oh, you're a rat for those demos. And then, oh, Seaben making a big stop there off the backboard as Fushiguro gonna try and clean it up in his corner. Can't get the touch. Chops there. He got it by 1, but Royant able to pick it up. Seaben popping it up for his teammates. Julio not able to connect. Chops, he backflips out of the way of one pop shop. He's gonna put it on target. Goes up and over. Royant up, sending it mid for Fushiguro, who's there. Chops again, not able to get it as Seaben. He's gonna throw it into the corner. Ball still dangerous. Fushiguro gonna get one touch. Gets faked up by Seaben. Seaben has it on top. Can't get it past Royant. And now Chops throwing it back into the corner. Fushiguro into that same corner. It's a battle in this corner as Fushiguro is gonna win it and send it to the opposite side of the field. Ben getting one touch but not able to follow it. Fushiguro sending it mid, but nobody on Acceleration able to pick it up as Royant off the wall drops down in front of Julio, who's up in the air, gets absolutely dusted by one pop shot. He's gonna stick with it. A big 50 not going his way. Julio's there, not able to capitalize as a big bump from Fushiguro. And Royant not gonna go and clear it out as Julio keeps this dangerous and alive again in front. And the pressure mounting for this Gorgons offense. It's just a matter of time. And here it is. They call me the prediction, and I just call it again.
They do it right on time there. And it really was just shot after shot going at Acceleration's net. And Royant not left in the best position because he had to save the previous shot. So really great continuous pressure there from Gorgons to close it out. And they'll put Acceleration on match point despite Acceleration looking really good this whole series.
Yeah, they've looked really good. You know, putting Gorgons to an overtime in game 2. You know, they had chances in the beginning of the overtime, but once Gorgons got it onto the offensive half, it was just a matter of time before they scored.
Yeah, every time Gorgons get it on Acceleration's half, although it seems few and far between sometimes, they seem to keep it there. They don't lose a 50 as soon as they're on the offense. So I think if they just, I don't know, keep playing offense, maybe they'll do better.
You know what? Offense wins you a bunch of games. That's what I always say. So, you know, but Acceleration, they had tons of chances. They're tied in the shots department. And just Acceleration, I mean, hold on, I gotta count. 5, 6, 7,
Yeah,
8
tied.
saves. I mean, no, 8 saves. They were doing work on the defensive half, but Gorgons only 5 saves. That means a lot of those shots that Acceleration were putting on were not very quality chances. They might have registered, but they might have needed a save all the time.
Yeah, a lot of their shots were hitting the backboard or weren't even like attempted shots that, you know, Rocket League just gave him the 10 points for. But if they can get a couple of those just more on target, force some saves out, and force the defense out of position, they might find themselves getting a couple more open nets that they can just put away.
Yeah, absolutely. As we are just waiting for these players to join up, you know, we had that little bit of confusion that first game, so now everyone's just holding a little bit. But now, it looks like we're loading up. We're getting ready to go. And Gorgons, like you said, they're on the match point. They can just sweep away Acceleration after a bit of a mishap in game 1. But now, what do you have to see from Acceleration to try and come back?
Well, we saw Royant really step up in that last game. He had both of Acceleration's goals and over half of their saves. So I'm really looking at Fushiguro and One Pop Shop here to kind of pick up the slack. They haven't been playing bad, but they just need goals right now. They don't need people playing good, they need some ugly goals. So I really want to see some of those come out from Fushiguro and One Pop Shop here.
Absolutely, and now a bit of a double commit here from Acceleration as Royant and One Pop Shop going up for it. Chops putting it on netted. Fushiguro not able to stretch out for the save. An early goal yet again for Gorgons.
And again, it's those double commits killing Acceleration. Of course, Fushiguro, he could have gotten that save, but even if he did, there's another Gorgons player waiting in the mid. He didn't have much of an option there. Acceleration, they need to cut out those double commits quick because that's how they're giving up most of their goals.
Yeah, and now Chops setting it into the corner. He's gonna read this. He's gonna get it doubled. Oh, I thought he had it, and probably some of the Acceleration players did too. As Julio goes up the backboard, not able to get a touch. Chops backflips a dangerous ball. Two mechanical mistakes, and it's gonna be punished.
Yeah, looks like no one from Gorgons, Dones Julio thought he had it, but no one was ready to back him up. It looks like Chops even backflipped a net. I said that One Pop Shop, he needed the ugly goals, and I mean, he took one right there.
Absolutely, and now a tied game, looking awfully similar to game one here as Royant coming up off the sidewall, sending it mid for his teammates as they get a 50, and Julio able to clear it on down. Royant just gonna throw it back where it came from. Fushiguro trying to get a touch, not able to get it, but the Gorgons touch just not as good as they might have wanted. As Sieben working the corner, not able to get this next ball, but Chops is able to clean up for him. Again, working the same corner, sends it out mid. A double commit from Gorgons, staying dangerous. One Pop Shop clears it out long. Chops there gets absolutely dunked by One Pop as it rolls up the wall. Royant there, sending it off to the back wall. Another double commit from Gorgons as Fushiguro. Oh, a beautiful save from Sieben, screaming across the net. It's One Pop Shop trying to regroup, re-rally this team as Royant keeping it in the offensive half, but not for very long as it gets cleared out. Fushiguro, a big save in his own corner. Sieben passing it out to Chops. Sieben popping it up, gets it over one back, and nobody from Gorgons ready to follow up. Fishy, we've seen so much pressure here from Gorgons, but just not able to break through. What? Do you know? Never mind. Scratch it. That question's irrelevant now. One Pop Shop, he's gonna just score another goal.
And it's these high floaters in Gorgons half. They just can't seem to deal with them. All three players looked like they jumped for it, but no one could make contact. One Pop Shop really stepping up here when they need him most with 2 goals to put his team ahead.
2 important goals. Gonna reiterate this once again. They are up against match point as Fushiguro trying to get another one, give himself and his team a 2-goal buffer. As he's gonna go all the way down into the red half. Quickly boomed back off the backboard. One Pop Shop not able to finish it as Sieben up the wall. Fushigiro's just gonna let him clear it out. Julio up in the air. That's a dangerous shot. One Pop Shop awkward. As Fushiguro, he's gonna be able to help out his teammate. The ball's still dangerous, and Chops, he's gonna be able to clean up for his team.
It looks like that's what Chops always does. He's always there to clean it up. After the small double commit from Acceleration with Fushiguro having to come in with the save, both defenders left awkward in the net, and Chops was just there to clean it up.
Yeah, you know, you should change his name to the Garbage Man the way he's cleaning this up. As One Pop Shop gonna drop it down. Royant not able to beat out the defender from Gorgons as Chops gonna dunk the Acceleration player in the midfield. One Pop Shop throwing it off to the wall. Royant taking it up the wall. He's gonna beat Julio, gets it by 1. Fushiguro gets a 50 against Sieben, a dangerous 50 there. His last one back. Royant passing it over to Fushiguro, sending it mid. Royant is on top of the ball like crazy right now. Not able to get removed off it as Chops finding an opening where Royant isn't on it to clear it. And a bit of a pass out mid from Sieben and his teammate. As a big double commit, and neither of them hit it. Seemed like a bit of a miscommunication there.
Yeah, a bit of a miscommunication, bit of a miss from both of them. Even one pop shop side flip for that. I guess it just threw the whole lobby off there as it just rolls into the net.
And now, as your Gorgons, they can look to close it out here, but they need a goal here in the next minute. C-Ben up, gets it by 1. Now it's into the corner. Chop sending it mid. Sending it mid again, even better. And Julio is there to clean it up. A quick response here.
And Chops, he does so great on all of those double commits. He even beat out 2 defenders right there and popped it straight to Julio to tap it into the open net. Chops has really stepped up in this game, creating all 3 goals for Gorgons.
He's been, at least my player to look out for so far, as no discredit to Julio and C-Ben, but Chops is just on another level as Julio sends it off the backboard. Fushigiro's there, he's going to take it away. One pop shot, gets 50 in the midfield. Royant sending it mid. Fushiguro able to clean it up for his team, sending it into the corner. A bit of a double commit again from Acceleration. It seems like we cannot say that enough. Julio gets absolutely dunked by one pop shot. Royant is there, not able to connect. A dangerous opportunity just gone away as Fushiguro working the corner. It goes out mid. Royant is there. A booming shot on net. Julio able to put it into his corner. One pop shot middle. Fushiguro gets saved away by Julio, who's making all of these defensive touches. As Royant not able to get the touch. C-Ben can end it here in regulation. Going for a demo. Not able to connect. Julio's just going to send it away. Fushigiro's going to keep it up. Chops there. Puts it down. And we got another overtime here, Fishy. Again, we saw Gorgons take the first one. Do you think Acceleration's going to take this one?
Oh, I
Never
guess
mind.
not. Great timing there, Puggles, as right off the kickoff again. We saw it at the very start of Game 1, and that's how it's going to end the series here in Game 3 as well.
Oh, unfortunate there from Acceleration. You know, this would be going to Game 4 if they unfortunately didn't forget to submit that in support. So now we say GG's to the teams. And Gorgons, they're going to take it in 3, a big sweep that they needed to keep up in their division. Now still 1 game behind Frost, I believe.
Yeah, they stay only 1 game behind Frost, which is great for their play-in chances, trying to move into those automatic playoff spots where they could get an extra life. But this Acceleration roster as well, even with that loss, they're sitting in a play-in spot. And who knows, if they have their full roster, again, they were playing with a sub up here, they could look a lot different.
Yeah, you know, we did not get a full taste of what they're like, but they definitely performed well, especially Royant. I would be really excited to see him get onto a team. I definitely think he deserves it after a performance like this. And now,
For sure.
I think that's it for the rest of the night here, Fishy.
Yeah, I think we're ready to close it out here. We had 2 very long matches for the first 2, so it's a bit later than I know we're all used to here.
Yeah, absolutely. 10 p.m. I think I'm ready to go to bed or play some 2s or 3s tonight. So, after we say all of that, we wish you, on myself, Fishy, and the rest of the staff here in Nemesis, that you make sure you join, and then also that you have a good night. And we will see you guys on Wednesday at around 8 Eastern, 9 East, 8:30
8
Eastern. 8 Eastern. All right. We'll make sure to see you guys then.